Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary, and here today with another great piece of pre-owned inventory. This one is a 2018 Macan. It is the standard Macan, so I'll tell you a little bit about what that means in general, and then we'll dive into the specifics of this one. So the Macan is our smaller SUV. It is kind of more to the sport side of the spectrum, where the Cayenne is a little bit more to the utility side of that kind of sport utility spectrum. So the Macan will use the PDK, the dual clutch transmission that we use in the sports cars, and an all-wheel drive system that's more similar to those cars as well. So the concept really is that it's trying to be as much a sports car as an SUV can be, and it really delivers on that. The Macan is a ton of fun to drive. I really don't consider it as, you can get the Macan, or if you have more to spend, get a Cayenne. It's a matter of which one do you prefer. For me, I prefer the Macan. It's a little bit more fun, and again, more performance focused. Now, being a Macan means it has the 4-cylinder, 2-liter engine, makes about 250 horsepower, 270 pound-feet of torque. The Macan S would be a little bit more power in the V6, but I find this one is plenty. This is the one we'll sell the most of, and is paired really well to the car. Also makes the steering feel a little bit better, a little bit lighter, because you've got less weight over the front wheels, right, with the 4-cylinder as opposed to the 6, which actually does make a noticeable difference. Having given you kind of a basic rundown, let's talk about this one in particular. So it is night blue metallic outside, which is a really neat color. It's one that has more kind of duality than a lot of the colors do. It'll look, very dark, almost even black on kind of a darker or overcast day, whereas in direct sunlight, the metallic really comes out. The blue and the sparkle is really there in a way it isn't with all of the colors, so it's quite a nice one. Sticking with the outside, these wheels are the 18-inch Macan S wheel, so a little bit of an upgrade from the standard Macan wheel, just a little bit of a different design there. And then the roof rails were added on this one. I always like to point out in these videos, if you don't put the roof rails on from factory, you can't retrofit that, whereas you can with the trailer hitch. This Macan wasn't optioned with a trailer hitch, but you could put one on. If it didn't have the roof rails, though, you couldn't decide to do that. So nice to see those on this one. And then moving to the inside of the car, this one has the two-tone black and beige interior, a little bit of an upgrade over the standard black interior. And what that gives you is black over the top of the dashboard, so that doesn't reflect onto the glass in the way when it was a full beige they kind of did, to be honest. The black beige is a little bit better. Also keeps the carpets black so they don't get quite as dirty. Steering wheel as well is going to be black. But the seats are beige, the lower part of the dash is beige, so it gives it a bit of a lighter, airier feeling in the cabin. And then in terms of optional kind of content in there, we've got the Premium Plus package. Content of that package will vary depending on the model year a little bit, so do keep that in mind if you're comparing between different model years of Macan. But for 2018, it gave you the seat upgrade, so this one has the 14-way seat, adding thigh extension and lumbar support to the seat, as well as driver and passenger memory and all that stuff. Also adds seat ventilation. Heated seats are standard on the cars, but it adds ventilated seats up front, adds heated seats in the rear. Also entry and drive, so you just touch the door handle to unlock and turn the ignition switch inside the car. You don't have to take your key physically out of your pocket and insert it like you would have to do without that option. Also gives you the panoramic roof, if I didn't mention that. So big glass roof, which opens up as well. And then the Bose sound system, pretty meaningful upgrade there. I think that was about everything in the package this year. Yeah, because there was also lane change assist option in this one. Sometimes it's in the Premium Plus package, sometimes it isn't. In 2018, it wasn't. So lane change assist is blind spot warning. That is added in the car as a kind of a separate standalone box that was ticked. Definitely nice to see. Most people are definitely looking for that in a pre-owned Macan. And then in addition to that, an option they call Connect Plus, which is significant and can be confusing again if you're looking at different model years, because sometimes you'll see Porsche Connect or just Connect or Connect Plus, and they all kind of mean different things. On a 2018 Macan, what that means is basically that it has Apple CarPlay. It means other stuff as well. You have different functionalities there, but the primary reason people optioned it was to get Apple CarPlay. So you do have that. You also have the integrated Porsche navigation system in the car, and that was kind of, previous years you could have one or the other or both. In 2018, all of the cars will have navigation. Some will have CarPlay. This one does have both, so nice to know there. And then one other note is it has the smoker package, and customers ask us all the time, oh, smoker package, was the previous owner a smoker? Almost never. Very few of our customers do smoke nowadays, but that smoker package is a $0 option, and what it really gives you is just a little lid in kind of that front console, middle console area, and I always recommend it. Again, zero cost, and it just looks a little bit cleaner having that lid, and then you have what is technically an ashtray. It is a smoker package, but most people use it for coins or just little things that you can cover and hide up. Without it, that space is left open, and it's just not as useful. It's a smaller space, so having it kind of tidier with the lid is nice, and that's really the only reason most people selected that smoker package. Mileage on this one, I should mention, 58,500 kilometers, so not a whole lot of mileage based on its year. Definitely lots of life left in this one. And I think that pretty well sums up everything I wanted to talk about with this guy. So if you're interested, if you'd like to come take a look, please do give us a call or pay us a visit. I believe this one should be on display upstairs in our showroom before long. So thanks so much for watching.